Welcome to In the Lounge with Dre and V.
Yes, I am. I thought I said it before you introduced me, but go ahead.
What the hell is wrong with you? We gonna rewind.
No. Keep going. We going with this. We not stopping.
We rewinding.
No, we not. Go ahead.
Welcome to In the Lounge with Dre and V. I am your co-host, Queen V, and I have with me the very ethnic.
Yes, I am.
Extraordinary.
Yes, I am.
Dude they call Dre. What up, Dre?
Queen V, what's the good word? What's going on? Are you ready today?
I am. But can we just take a moment?
We sure can.
Can you please stop with the, yes, I am? It's very annoying.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Dummy.
The next time I'll say, yes, I am.
You don't have to
and
say
I'll
anything.
say it in a nice, calm voice.
But you don't have to say anything.
I have to respond.
No, you just let me introduce you, and then you could be like, welcome. What's up, people? Like, you don't have to say, yes, I am. Nobody's expecting that but you.
Anyway, welcome to In the Lounge with Dre and V, episode 30. I don't date that race or ethnic group. And today we're going to talk about specifically why black men don't date black women. Why some black men don't date black women. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. You know why? Because it's going to be some attitudes up in here. Perhaps.
Ain't gonna be no attitude.
I'm just saying. You know, you get hyped up, Queen V. You start getting on fire.
They got self-esteem issues.
You don't even know who it is.
Why do some black men refuse to date black women?
Okay, all right.
Because they got low self-esteem issues. They not sure of themselves.
Whatever.
Or they weak and they can't handle a strong black woman.
Anyway.
Damn, what's there to be attitude about it?
Anyway.
That's their loss.
Anyway, we're going to get to the word on the street. But before I do that, I just want y'all to know I got a special announcement at the end of this podcast episode. So stick around because I want you to hear it. I want to share some good stuff with you. So, for now, we'll have Queen V's word on the street. Queen V, let's get it in.
It's the queen, y'all. It's the queen, y'all.
Place your ear to your speaker and get ready for Queen V's word on the street.
It's the queen, y'all. It's the queen, y'all.
I'm so sorry. You are stupid.
Go ahead.
So, the word on the street is your girl Kenya Moore from Housewives of Atlanta tied the knot.
With who?
We don't know.
I wonder what race he is.
It's never mind. It's a mystery. So he's a business owner.
Like a lot of people.
They tied the knot on an island.
Like a lot of people.
Very beautiful. She says that she's head over heels in love with him. Apparently, they met a year ago, but they've been dating exclusively since December.
Does he beat her?
Really, Dre?
I want to know if she married that Matthew guy, that Matt guy.
I just told you that he's a business owner.
He's a business owner, too.
I know it's not Matt because
He was in the business of punching people and
that's
door,
not
windows
nice.
out
I'm about
and
to
stuff.
read to you what he wrote.
Go ahead.
So it wasn't Matt. But Matt got wind of the, happily married couple, and he went to Instagram to post a picture of him and Kenya together.
Were they naked? Just to make the guy jealous. No, go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't interrupt again. Go ahead. Like you do me when I'm doing my final thoughts. But go ahead.
So Matt says, as if the embarrassment from the show wasn't enough, the false allegations of domestic violence, the unwarranted restraining order, the loss of business opportunities, money, my personal and professional image, I can deal with that. Losing my queen is a blow I never want to feel again. Finding out she is married from a stranger online, realizing it's to someone she was seeing during your relationship, this is definitely the season of losses for your boy. TKO. I made a lot of mistakes, but I loved and cherished her. I can't lie. The news of this rocked me. I pray her heart is in good hands. Take care of her. She was everything to me. Just requesting to be left alone after this, people. The fight for her heart is over. I lost. Peace. Hashtag TKO.
She was everything to me. A punching bag, boxing gloves. So what do you think of that? You think it's truth? Are you feeling all sorry for him or what?
I think that the man is I think there's something wrong with him. And I think that he truly believes everything that he wrote. I think that he does feel like that's his queen. I feel like he does love her and loves her a lot. You know, I don't condone violence ever. So I'm not going to say whether it was true or not. I wasn't there, right? Nothing's been proven in the court of law. So I'm not going to judge the brother, okay? Because we all make mistakes. So I'm not going to prejudge someone and I don't even know all the facts. I will say that domestic violence is always a no.
That's right. We all make mistakes. We all break windows and garage windows and stuff like that.
Listen, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So I'm not going to judge the brother at all.
I'm not judging him, making fun of him.
It's a little judgmental to me. But,
whatever.
You know, do you? All I'm going to say is that I do truly believe that the man truly loved Kenya. I think that Kenya may have played him for a fool, and maybe that's why he did look a little crazy on national TV. Came with you.
Sometimes.
That might be why he looked so like crazy on national TV. I do think there's something ain't right with the brother. You know, he a little off, but I do think that he truly loved her and that he is really hurt behind this. I mean, Kenya, I'm happy for her. She's been wanting to be married forever. I hope it lasts.
Wonder how much she paid him.
I can't with you. I'm done. Move on.
All right.
You irritate me tonight.
What do you mean move on?
I can't with you. Just move on. Let's get to what's the topic.
All right.
Let's
all right.
roll.
Here we go. Okay. So welcome to In the Lounge with Dre and V, episode 30. We on 30 episodes. Wow. Titled, I Don't Date That Race or Ethnic Group. So we're going to talk about why some black men do not date black women.
So why didn't you just name it for what it was? Why are you trying to make it sound all
because we might
nice?
We
you
might
know, if you're specifically talking about black men not dating black women, why didn't you just be raw with the title? Why you got to be all, you know, I don't date that race or that ethnic group. Let's just be real. You talking about brothers.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to edit this and I'm going to change the title on the fly. Welcome to In the Lounge with Dre and V. Episode 30, Why Some Black Men Don't Date Black Women.
There you go. I
All
mean,
right.
we real on this show. So be real. Real.
It's not about that.
But if you introduce the title and you saying specifically black men and black women, then just be real with the title.
I said that because we might get into something like you might go a little bit off and say why black women always date white men.
I don't know any other.
But anyway,
I don't know any other group does not date their own race.
Okay, all right. So let's get on because we got a lot to talk about. So, do you, as a black woman, have a problem with that?
Absolutely not. And the reason I'm gonna say I don't have a problem with it is not because this is because of the way I'm looking at it. You know, your issues have nothing to do with me. So why am I going to have a problem with the fact that you're weak-minded or
wow.
you have low self-esteem?
Well, they got to be weak-minded.
Because, you know, the stereotype is that, you know, the black woman is strong and, you know, she's this and she that, and I can't handle that.
Look at that neck. Y'all should see her neck is going back and forth.
That's how you know that you want somebody that's, you know, meek and submissive, and sometimes black women aren't that. That's the stereotype that's been portrayed about us. And so
that neck
you don't want to be bothered. I mean, why you don't want to be bothered? Or that where these women are doing powerful things and, you know, our independence and our power and our career is too much for you. Therefore, you're weak.
What if the man just don't want to date you?
You punk ass.
How you
just gonna decide that you're not gonna date somebody that look just like your mama? Who does that? You're just gonna decide that you're not gonna date an entire race. Somebody that look just like your mother, the person that gave birth to you.
Could have had a bad experience.
I could have had a bad experience, but that don't mean I'm gonna go. I have bad experience with a man. That don't mean I'm gonna go date a woman.
You got issues.
I'm just saying.
You mad. You're a mad black woman.
I'm not mad. What I'm just saying, I can't with you, whatever. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, it's just dumb to me.
I'm looking
so
for
I'm
this
not
comment.
gonna have no issues with your ignorance and your weak-mindedness has nothing to do with me. I'm confident in who I am. If you don't want to date me, you're lost.
I don't think it's fair for you to say that, though. I don't think it's fair for you to say.
That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion.
What'd you just say?
Ignorant.
They're ignorant because they don't want to date their race. Whatever happened to freedom of choice?
You have a freedom of choice.
You eat pork?
But you have a freedom of choice, but you are choosing not to date a woman simply because of the color of her skin. And that is stupid and that's ignorant. I'm sorry. Look beyond what somebody looks like and look into their soul. You could be giving up your soulmate, the person that God made for you, because you want to be ignorant and group all these people together. That's just like, people grouping black men together. These black men are out here don't want to date their own race, but then you have people out here, running from you because you a black man. You offended by that, but you ain't offended by the fact that you won't even date your own race?
Do you eat pork?
Get the heck out of here.
Do you eat pork?
No, I don't eat pork.
Why?
But you already know I don't eat pork. Where you going with this?
I just want to know why.
Because I don't eat swine.
Why?
It's a religious reason for me.
When you say it's not a religious reason,
it is a religious.
Stop lying.
I am not lying. You've been with me for how many years?
Look,
it is a religious reason.
I
don't eat swine, and I don't eat shrimp or shellfish or catfish or anything.
Let me ask you this.
I don't eat no swine.
Do you eat apple pie?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like baked apples.
Why?
Because I don't like baked apples. I don't like the texture of the baked apple.
Okay, so you have your choice for not liking apples. Shouldn't men have their choice of apples, what kind of pie they like, or what kind of women they like?
We're about to wrap this up right now. This is about to be the quickest podcast in the history of In the Lounge, because you are just talking ignorant right now.
You trying to see from both sides. I think you're ignorant because you don't like apple pie. What person don't like apple pie? That's just ignorant.
That's your personal belief.
Exactly. So the man wants to date outside.
There's a difference between
let me finish.
Respecting a human being
just cut me off,
and some damn apple pie.
Just gonna cut me off.
Cause you just coming into me.
If a man,
you can't compare.
Just cut me off again. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna be silent. I'm gonna be silent.
I'm done. Say what you want to say. I don't have nothing else to say. I told you how I feel. Go ahead. This is just stupid. I don't have time for this.
I'm just making sure. Are you finished? You finished? Okay, we'll just sit here then. I'm not editing this thing either. Anyway, if a man chooses, I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying, if a man chooses to only date certain people or date out of his race, what's wrong with that? It's not a problem. That's his choice.
It's more than that, and you know it.
Everybody has a preference.
And so I think that's what's ticking me off, because you know that.
I knew.
And you trying to rile me up.
I'm not trying to rile you up.
It's not about. Let me talk
before I even say anything.
Let me talk.
See, now you cut me off.
It's not about your preferences. Everybody has a preference in what they are attracted to, but for you to deliberately say, "I am not dating inside my own race because they loud."
I got some. Let me tell you why.
They this, they that. That is just ignorant.
Let me tell you.
Period. And you got a list. See, that's the part that's pissing me off. You got a freaking list.
Black women,
you had a list.
Here it is.
We all know you got a list.
Black women have attitudes and neck rolling, which I've seen with you.
Whatever.
And I seen your eyebrows go down because you were mad as hell. Okay, what else does it say here?
White women got hair rolling and loud attitudes too.
It's not about them today.
And so do Hispanics and so do Asians. Why every time we talk about this kind of stuff, you got to stereotype and make it seem like it's just black women? I know plenty of white women and plenty of Hispanics and Asian women that have the same
I promise I will get to my point.
As a black woman. Stop stereotyping us. That pisses me off.
I'm just calling it like I see it. This is a podcast and we share everybody's opinion. It's not about us, so you need to get over it. Anyway,
just get through your damn list.
Here's some of the things that they were saying. Black women are loud. I can't argue with that, right?
So are white women.
According to you tonight.
So are Hispanic women. So are Asian women. Should I continue?
All right. So she's just going to keep coming at me. So I said the first one, black women are loud. don't give you a chance to talk. Point proven.
Asshole.
They are too ghetto. Too ghetto. Now, there's a lot of
What does
ghetto
that
people.
mean? What does that mean?
You know, just ghetto.
No, you keep saying just ghetto. You need to explain the
I don't have
definition
to
of
explain
ghetto.
nothing.
You
I'm
do.
just-
You got
I'm-
it on your damn list. You need to explain it. What does ghetto mean?
That's what's
What is
written
your
on there.
definition? What is your definition of ghetto?
It doesn't go into detail. It
Well,
doesn't
then
go
you
into
need to
detail.
go into detail. You don't need to be saying nothing on your freaking podcast that you don't understand. Back up your sugar honey iced tea.
I'm going
What?
to give you the list. That's all I'm doing. I'm just giving you the facts.
What? No, that's not. What does ghetto mean? I need an explanation
Ask
so
the
that I
person
can.
who feels that way. Next. They're too controlling. Too controlling.
So you trying to tell me only black women are controlling, and that
I'm
all
not-
black women are controlling?
Okay, let
Seriously,
me
that's what you're
stop
trying to
you right
tell
here.
me?
Let me stop you right here. People who are listening, it's not me versus
Go ahead and finish your list.
Queen V.
No, because
And
you
it's
came
not
at
me that agrees with this. I don't agree with all
But
of
you
this stuff.
came
I'm
at
just
me
saying.
earlier when I gave you my opinion. Instead of let me have my opinion, you want to tell me it's the same as me like an apple pie. So don't come at me if you're not ready for me to defend myself.
Look, I'm just going by
So
what
if
it
it's not
said.
supposed to be between me and you, and you ain't against me, then act like you with me.
So maybe I should change this whole topic up and
I'm
act
good.
like I agree with and disagree with everything.
Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish your list. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
This is not my opinion. I'm just reading what's on here. I'm just reading some of the stuff that's on here. Another reason why they don't date black women is they have too much attitude. Wow. Wow. Attitude. You guys, do you want to say something?
Not a word.
Now, I'm
Continue.
not trying to be funny, but some of this stuff I'm saying, you kind of proving it.
Continue.
I don't agree with it, but some of the stuff you're saying,
Continue.
people are going to think that that's true.
Continue.
All right? And plus, you don't give me a chance to talk. That's kind of controlling. You just
Continue.
want to keep going. All right, but I'll continue. They don't cater to their man. Woo! Wow. Now, what do you think about that? Now, I want to get your opinion on that one. What do you think about that?
No comment.
You don't have no comment about that. Well, let me
No
tell you
comment.
this. If you won't say nothing, I'll say something. Now, let's see. They don't cater to their man. I wouldn't agree with that. I definitely wouldn't agree with that. You treat a woman right, I guess, they'll treat you right. It's a two-way street on that. So you can't come home and expect dinner on the table and all of that, and if you ain't giving it. So I'll disagree with that one. All right. So this person who said this.
That's the only one you're going to disagree with?
I'm not finished.
I'm asking.
I'm going to go through the list, but
you've gone through the list up until number
because
whatever
I'm
bullet
scared
point
you're
this
going to cut
is,
me off.
And I've been no commenting. You've been asking
First,
me.
here's
when
the thing.
When I'm saying
Here we go.
something,
Here we go.
you want me to shut up. So then I'm
Here
being
we go.
submissive and I'm shutting up, and now you want me to
Here we
talk.
go.
Which one is it?
All I did was give you the
Which
list.
one is it?
All I did was give you the list, and now I'm going to go back through them to tell you if I agree with some of them, which I don't. Now, I don't agree with that one about
I'm gonna
catering
need him
to the
make up his
needs.
mind whether he
They
want
have
me
too
to
much
talk or whether he
attitude.
don't want me to talk.
They have too much attitude. I think I kind of disagree with that too, because I think a lot of people, some black men get it mixed up, get attitude and, confident and strong and having their own opinion. They get those two mixed up. So that can easily be misconstrued for having an attitude. Controlling, they're too controlling. That too, in the same way I'm, saying that it can get mixed up between having your own opinion, a strong opinion, and having being.
And maybe those men that are offended or taken aback by women that are too controlling, maybe if you stepped up and was a real man, we wouldn't have to be so controlling.
Okay, well, I mean, that's your opinion.
I'm just saying.
All right, too ghetto. I don't disagree.
What does that mean?
I don't disagree. I mean, I don't agree with that either.
But you're not even telling me what it means. So how you agreeing with something, but you're not explaining to me what it means?
I just said I don't agree with that.
But what does it mean?
I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't agree with it.
I'm done.
You the one you coming at me
I'm
like
just trying to ask, what does it mean to be
No,
ghetto?
no, no.
Like, what is your
I don't know.
What
I
is
don't
your
know.
definition of ghetto?
I
Because
don't
you call
know.
people ghetto all the time.
I don't
So
know.
when you call someone ghetto, what do you mean?
Doing hood things.
What do you mean? Explain.
Screaming and yelling, embarrassing their family, embarrassing themselves in front of people, crazy stuffs, like bringing chicken to a daggone teacher conference or something like that. That's ghetto. Walking into school when you got an IEP meeting for your child and you got a fresh damn box of Popeye's chicken talking about, y'all want some? I'm hungry. Can we do the meeting?
Why is that ghetto? If
That's
you're
ghetto
hungry,
as hell, Vernell, and I'm not going to, don't go there. You will not win this one. Do not go there because you will not win it. That shit is ghetto as hell, and you know it. Don't nobody bring damn Popeye's chicken into a professional IEP meeting talking about y'all want something, I'm hungry. Get the hell out of here. That's crazy. Anyway, that's ghetto. So that's my idea. That's my idea of ghetto. And I'm going to give you some more ghetto. You asked for it. Ghetto
Lord.
is when you 250 pounds and you 250 pounds.
You sure
and
you want to
tryna-
say this? You
tryna-
sure you want to say this?
I'm definitely
you
sure.
sure you want to go there?
I'm definitely sure.
Now listen, Steve Harvey got himself in some trouble on the mic earlier.
Look.
You sure you want to go there?
You are.
His crew tried to stop him, but he kept going.
Don't stop.
You
Here
sure
we
you
go.
want to
I'm
go
positive.
there?
You,
all right.
You 250 pounds and you wearing a size 1 shorts in Walmart with some dirty flip-flops with your hair all messed up with 10 like aluminum foil in there talking about you want to do it your way and pajamas on. I think it's ghetto. And if any of y'all offended, that's just too bad. That's just my opinion. Keep your ass out of Walmart with pajamas on and slippers on. That's so ghetto.
I knew you knew what they meant by ghetto.
Tell you why. No,
I
I'll tell you why.
They
You know
meant
why?
by
Because
ghetto.
look,
I'm glad that I got you to open up.
You walk around
You needed
Walmart.
to get this off your chest. I can tell.
You walk around Walmart and drop your child off. And I can't stand that. Drop your child off with your pajamas on, all that dirt and on those slippers, and you just walking out, and then you walk right back in your house with them nasty, dirty slippers on that you've been stepping all over the place outside the whole time. I mean, it's just disgusting. That's ghetto. Now, you want more ghetto?
I'm
chewing
good.
gum, smacking while somebody talking to you, principal, teacher, whatever. You want more ghetto? Being on the phone with somebody, a professional, or talking to somebody, making an appointment, and you on the phone talking about, yes, and can you hold on a minute? Day-Day! 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 Get your butt down here! That's ghetto, too. I'll give you some more ghetto.
I'm good.
Blue,
oh, Lord.
green, purple, white.
I apologize, y'all. I got him started.
All those colored hairs in one head is ghetto. I'll tell you one more thing that's ghetto. A damn tattoo on your arm that say Day-Day. And giving your child that and giving your child names of cars. Lexus and all that. No, it's ghetto. Your child has to grow up and get interviews. Who we interviewing today? Mercedes.
I like the name Mercedes.
Who we interviewing today?
Mercedes is a pretty name.
Corolla. Now, there are some names that are nice cars, like Camry, my sweet niece. I love her. Love you, Cam.
I can't.
Love you, Cam.
I cannot.
Now, that's a nice name. But that Mercedes
I think
and
Mercedes
Diamond
is a nice name.
Diamond, that's ghetto. So you want ghetto? I gave you ghetto. Now, do you know what the hell ghetto is? Do you know now?
I just wanted to understand where you were coming from when you said ghetto.
You know where I'm coming from. You know where I've been. You know where I'm going, and you know where the hell I'm coming from.
let me just say something about your list. And would you mind, y'all? I'm about to ask for the golden pad. May I hold the list, please?
Hell no, no.
I want to make sure I don't miss anything.
No.
Okay,
no.
so I'm gonna just try to remember. Because it's not the best working environment here, guys. So
whatever.
He doesn't give me a cheat sheet.
I think you're wrong. I really think you're wrong.
So let me just say this. I understand your list, but for you to group a whole race of people into one lump sum, to me, is ignorant.
That's what you're doing.
For you to decide that you're not going to date Black women because they're all loud, they're all controlling, they're all ghetto, they're all
But they're not all like that.
But that's what the man that is deciding not to date his own race,
Yeah.
that is what he's saying. He is saying all Black women are like that, and I'm choosing not to date black women because they all have attitudes, they're all loud, and they're all controlling. Pretty much what he's saying is they won't let me do. They're not putting up with my sugar honey iced tea.
See, that's where you're wrong, because there are a lot of black men who don't date their own race, and it's not because of that. They just choose to date somebody else. It's not like they've never dated their race.
We're not talking about them.
You're saying men who don't date outside their race.
We're talking about the specific. Let me explain to you what I'm talking about, because you're not going to tell me what I'm talking about.
You said men who date outside their race.
I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
So don't. I don't need no interpreter.
Go ahead.
I got this.
Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that those men that choose not to date not to date from their own race because of those reasons are idiots. I am not talking about a black man who is attracted to everyone and just happens to be attracted to a white woman. Or a Hispanic woman or Asian man. I'm talking about a black man that will deliberately look at a woman. She can be beautiful. She can have a beautiful mind, but because she is black, you refuse to date her because of your ignorant, stupid beliefs. But yet you go home to your mama and tell her you love her and that she's beautiful, but you won't even date nobody that look like her.
You hot.
Man,
you too hot. We're going to have to
sit the hell down somewhere.
We have to take this down. But at the beginning of the show, you were just saying men who refuse to date their race.
I always meant that.
Okay, all right.
I always meant that.
For clarity,
so
okay.
I apologize if I wasn't clear.
Okay.
But I thought that I was. So, All
right. So that's cool. It's all
just
good.
Like I asked for your interpretation of ghetto. Instead of making an assumption about me, you should have asked for my interpretation of what I meant.
Okay, well, looks like we
in the Dre words, got him.
Whatever. Looks like we both had a little misunderstanding. So let me give you a couple of statistics that I like.
Oh, y'all, he got 2 lists tonight. Oh,
now
shit.
Look, according to the 2014 U.S. Census Bureau, 80%. Wait a minute, let me stop. I'm not editing this out. This is great, T. This is great stuff. 86%. Wait a minute. 80%, wait a minute. 86% of black men are married to black women.
Whoop, whoop.
7% are married to white women. 4%, and these are all black men, are married to Hispanics. I wonder why Hispanics so low. Anyway, and 3% is to another race. So
that's very interesting.
You should be happy about that.
That's very interesting. And I mean, it's not that I'm saying that black men have to marry and date black women. What I am saying is that you should not decide not to date your own race because of stereotypes that society has created for us.
All right. Well, at the end of the day,
black women are the sugar honey iced tea. Like we good.
All right.
You missing out, dude.
Queen V, and I have your final thoughts.
Sure. I'm glad you asked because I was just getting ready to get into it.
Here we go. Final thoughts.
So my final thoughts are basically kind of what I said. I think that men that are choosing to not date within their race because of these stereotypes are just very I don't want to call them ignorant, but they're ignorant to a point because they haven't got the wisdom or the knowledge that all black women aren't like that. And that sometimes those stereotypes that you perceive as a negative are really a positive. Or that maybe if you stepped up to the plate and was a man, we could step back and let you do more. But you don't want a woman that's controlling, but yet she paying all the bills.
Okay.
You don't want a woman that's loud, but yet you causing her to have to repeat herself constantly because you're not stepping up to the plate doing what the hell you supposed to do. Now, ghetto, listen, to each his own. I like my man with a little thug in him. I don't like no pretty boy. That's just a preference. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You like a ghetto girl, you like a classy girl. Me personally, I'm not, what's that saying? I'm classy at the core and hood around the edges. Right. And you like that. Don't act like you don't.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is that, what these men are seeing as a negative can sometimes be a positive. And you need to understand that sometimes it's not about us. This is what we have to do because some men ain't stepping up to the plate to do what they supposed to do. Our ancestors were powerful. You know, they worked hard to free themselves. That's who we come from. So we're not going to just sit around and just go into a corner and just be all timid and weak because a man is intimidated by our greatness. We just going to cuss your ass out and move the hell on. That's all I got.
All right. And while she was saying all that, y'all should have seen the neck moving, but that's another thing. Thank you for your final thoughts, Queen V.
So what?
We will now have Stew Nod of the Week. Now,
what about your final thoughts? You always try to get out of stuff.
I don't have any.
Oh, you don't have. So you just come up here.
No.
You just a shit starter today.
No. My final thoughts is what you said. I agree. I totally agree. Now, we will now have
I trained them well, ladies.
Oh, let me start over. We will now have Stew Nod of the Week. Today's Stew Nod of the Week comes out of Odessa, Texas. Okay? Oscar Carrillo told police he was kidnapped and then the kidnappers torched his car. He lied about that, and this is why he lied about it. He was in a financial bind and he didn't want the people to repossess his car and he didn't want to go on his record. So he called the police and said he was kidnapped and the kidnappers took the car and they took it and torched it. So like burned it. So he said the car burned. He burned the car, but he said the kidnappers did it. Police eventually found out through cameras and I guess street cameras and stuff like that. That's why you got to be careful now. And they arrested him for false report and what's that charge for something about fire. Forgot what it was, but arson. So for that, Oscar, you are Stew Nod of the Week, you stupid fool. Now that's real dumb. Ain't that dumb?
Yeah.
People go to jail for that.
That's stupid.
But forget about all this Stew Nod of the Week. This is the exciting part. Don't forget I got an announcement. This is the exciting part. Queen V's words of wisdom. Queen V, take it away. Take it away. Take it away.
So I have a quote, and like usually, I don't know who the quote is by. So I apologize in advance. If what you see by the eye doesn't please you, then close your eyes and see from the heart. Because the heart can see beauty and love more than the eyes can ever wonder. So while you are attracted to certain qualities, deciding not to date a race simply because of a stereotype is just ignorant. And you could be missing out on something beautiful. So I hope this podcast helps open your eyes if you're someone who's choosing not to date your race because of a stereotype. You know, look beyond that. Everyone is not made the same. Every white person is not the same. Every black person is not the same. Hispanic, Asian, none of us are the same. There may be certain qualities that we have as far as a people, as far as certain things that we do or words that we might say and we understand, you know, lingo. But as far as personality goes, we are all not the same. And I don't think that you should just group everyone into the same bowl. You're missing out on wonderful relationships and wonderful opportunities. That's all I got.
That was great, Queen V. Really appreciate it. So that'll do it for this episode of In the Lounge with Dre and V. I want to give you my special announcement. Been waiting for this for a while. So I'll be starting my own business. It's called Start to Finish Podcasting. For those who are interested in starting a podcast or bloggers who want to start a podcast, you can have the opportunity to get professional coaching and one-on-one podcasting coaching. I'll take you through the process of starting a podcast all the way to the end of the process. And when you finish with the course, you'll be able to successfully have your own podcast, and we will get you started with downloading it to iTunes and some of the major platforms. So if you're interested, you can go to www.starttofinishpodcasting.com. We are also on Twitter, Facebook, and we also have a private Start to Finish Podcasting group on Facebook. So go to starttofinishpodcasting.com, check it out, and like, my page, Start to Finish Podcasting, and just give me some support. And again, if you're interested, don't hesitate to sign up. Courses will be starting soon. That's it for In the Lounge with Dre and V. We thank you. Like I always say, we out. Peace.